Welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is part 6 of our Power Rangers for the SNES playthrough. And we're about to get copyright infringement for this song.
Well, it's just the SNES. Stop making that noise.
So
Look, if we make enough noise over the music, the copyright censors won't detect it, right?
Yeah, any noise.
Make a different noise.
So yeah,
Make a different noise.
they're doing their special Sentai poses to summon the big beast.
Toku Sentai! Toku Sentai!
Wait, do they actually have like Bit Crush lyrics?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear
great.
the lyrics back there?
Yeah, they just kicked in for me.
It's everyone's favorite lyrics. Oh, my hero, so
Not
far
those lyrics.
away
So,
now.
This is
Oh God.
This is the first of 2 kaiju bosses. And the game goes from like beat 'em up mechanics to fighting game mechanics.
I love how they still.
Yeah, suddenly just different
Yeah,
mechanics.
it's just a different game now.
He's a big boy.
I love how, in spite of the fact that they're like 600 feet tall now, they still jump around like Super Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I love.
You know who this kaiju looks like? Is John Delancey's character from My Little Pony.
Oh wow, yeah, he looks like
yeah.
Discord. Yeah.
Oh no, Trey, you're running out of POW.
Oh yeah. How is your special abilities?
Wow, it is Mario.
So this guy is technically the second stage of a guy. I want to say his name's Metamorpho, but that might be like a Marvel villain.
Wait a minute.
Fighting
disgusting-
Mephiles
Okay.
from Sonic 06.
This is BS. They could have given the bosses health bars, but they just didn't.
What? No, he has a health bar.
Yeah,
it's at the top.
No, he has a health bar, but all the other ones didn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
What is this
Yeah.
nonsense?
Also, this boss has disgusting fleshy wings that
Yeah.
I hate.
They're in
It
there.
just looks like a big tongue coming out of his back.
Oh no.
This guy was like transformed. That's by this like.
Was he transformed from the norm by the nuclear goop?
You see, he has this face on his chest.
Oh, you just explode.
Yeah.
That's a
Never mind.
I loosed. He's got this face on his chest.
2 of your guys on the inside are dead, but it's
for
fine.
real.
They died in the explosions, but the rest of them are fine.
This guy got transformed from another monster that just kind of looked like a guy, like a skull-looking monster. Then he got transformed into this, because on his chest is this, like, giant white face. And that is the villain.
It's the,
He's like this...
the sun switch from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's a Tengen Toppa Gurren Metamorpho.
Yeah. And, like... So, like, that is one of the villains. He's like this, like, space lord from another dimension. It's real wacky.
I don't know how I feel about biological brotherly combining.
I know. It's kind of weird.
Like when there's 2 big like metal robots slamming together, it works just fine. But when it's like
Yeah.
organic creatures, I'm good.
So, there's...
Also, Mighty Morphin Tengen Toppa biological brotherly combining is illegal in most states.
Yeah. So,
It's true.
there's no science to this boss or the next one. It's just spam stuff until you win.
So button mash, like how I do in Street Fighter.
Yeah. Just button mash. There is a code you get at the end of the game during the credits that allows you to play this mode 2-player. So you can fight each other.
Really fun.
It is fun.
Is it up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start?
No.
Oh, you even get to finish him.
Yeah, you have to push the button.
Fatality.
So that's the
Oh hey, the first readable area clear sign.
right. And it's on this backdrop of a nuclear reactor.
Took us a bit, but we got there.
So you guys ready to go to the moon? 2 games in
That
a row,
episode
baby.
of
is
Paper
that?
Mario's not out yet. Spoiler.
What is that place?
That is Rita Repulsa's palace.
It's her lair.
Yeah.
Rita Repulsa's hotel of.
It's like a casino.
It kind of does look like a casino.
Rita Repulsa's hotel and casino.
Yeah.
Is there a hurricane happening on Earth?
I think so.
No, that's just kind of what the Earth looks like from space.
It's like the red storm of Jupiter or whatever.
Yeah.
So this guy, in the context of the show, is Cyclopsis. He's Goldar's mech.
And he's dead.
And he's a wuss, apparently.
Oh
no!
Second stage.
We were wrong.
This is like fighting that Akuma in demon mode. This guy's, pardon my French, this guy's a motherfucker. He's cheap, he counters everything, he just has moves you just can't counter.
So, Discord censored you for me. Obviously,
Same.
your audio won't have done it, but...
I'll let you
No,
guess
Trey,
what
you have the power. Just cut that part.
I will.
He's just a big old lump of coal.
He's a big meanie foot.
The color effect they have on him kind of reminds me of Hypersonic.
He went supersonic.
Well, yeah,
He's a big, mean Mother Hubbard.
he can just straight up reflect some of your projectiles if he uses that purple attack. Just
He's,
Kind of reminds
okay.
me of the yellow Terizo from
yeah, a little
Metroid.
bit.
Just catches your missiles like it's nothing.
Yeah, which I love that moment in Super Metroid too. It's like
Can
In
you block
contrast to
attacks
this
by like
moment,
holding back?
you can, but it doesn't take the damage away.
But like that's for losers.
Yeah, attack is the best defense. So get
You got a game over because you lost your mech on the moon, so it all decompressed and everyone died.
God, not
Oh
even
my
like
God.
the grand mecha final boss is worthy of something more than
no.
Vulcan's skull.
Even they could go to the moon. So I did
Yeah.
not do well this time. Like, look at my health bar before
he
phase 2.
destroyed you much worse in Phase 1 this time.
And that continues for a while.
Oh boy.
Is this the rest of the episode?
Please tell me you don't get like 10 minutes of Bulk and Skull theme.
No, we will not have 10 minutes of
Don't look at
Pokemon.
this progress bar. Ah!
I eventually get it.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually, the second stage
After.
does have a bit of a science to him. Like, the first stage is just spam until he's dead, and the second stage you actually have to play defensively. Like, I was being too hard-headed to figure it out. Over and over and over. What kills me is, again, in my test run,
This guy.
yeah, this guy, in my test run, I didn't, like, it wasn't as bad, but I was like, oh, well, while recording, of course it's gonna be bad.
I know I've brought up Castlevania on this channel at inopportune times, like more times than can be counted. But this is just the final boss of Castlevania 1. Where, like, the first phase is, like, pathetically easy.
Yeah.
And then the second phase is, like, impossible.
So, you know what the strat is for this guy? Just
What's that?
get him up against a wall and stun lock him.
Yeah.
Just spam him.
I love how he's got like a bike seat on his crotch. Like,
Oh, I see it
that
now.
was how they
What's-
built his mech.
It's for when he turns into Rita Repulsa's motorcycle.
You know,
But she's still, like, her normal size.
what's weird about Cyclops is he looks eerily like the White Tiger mech you get in season 2 and 3 of Power Rangers.
Kinda does.
So I thought I was like fighting. I thought this was going to be like the halfway point of the game, where it's like, oh, we're getting into the Thunder Zords now, just not just the dinosaurs. So we're going to get like the
Wait a
unicorn
minute.
stuff.
Why are
we're
they
gonna get,
rolling
like-
the credits?
Yeah, it's like, oh, I guess the game's just over. The budget ran out. It makes me wonder if they wanted to make more.
The game doesn't end, it just stops.
Yeah.
Stops mid-sentence.
Like, hey, do you know how... Wait, does that say Pandora Palace?
I think so. I think that's the name of it.
Actually, now that I think of it, isn't Rita Repulsa named Pandora in Super Sentai?
I'm sorry, you cut out.
Isn't Rita Repulsa named Pandora in Super Sentai?
I think so. Plus, she comes out of like a space dumpster, so like.
Just like Pandora came out of a space
Look
dumpster.
it up, dude. She totally does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Have you
intro.
never heard the classic Pandora tale from ancient Greek literature? She comes
Pandora's
out of space.
Pandora's
garbage
dumpster.
can.
Yeah.
Pandora the Grouch.
Oh yeah. So when you hit him with your projectiles and he uses the purple reflect, it gives him energy.
Oh.
So it just empowers him against you. It's like, this guy's just a dick. Are you ready for some bullshit?
Oh, wait.
No,
wait.
no. Wait.
It prioritizes you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
That's good.
Thank God.
That's good game design.
And then you die immediately.
Yeah, and then you die once the cutscene's over.
When I was recording this, I was like, all right, I don't deserve it, but all right. So
Hey man, the end screen don't. Oh my god, it does just stop.
yeah, the game's just over.
Oh nope, there they are.
And here's the credits.
Zach?
I went.
I don't know. He needs to buckle up. Like,
He looks like. Sorry, I forgot all their
Ranger
names.
just doesn't have a face.
He looks like he's like angry at somebody that's not in front of them,
it looks like he's playing air guitar.
or that.
I was really hoping that it would like fade to this scene of the beach and the road and everything. You expect them to come driving up in the car, but instead you just see the giant Megazord skipping down the street, crushing everything.
God.
We did it, guys!
Yeah.
We
saved the
city.
world.
And like all great stories, it ends with a dance party.
Yeah. So on the left-hand side,
Does Ranger Yellow own the bar?
I was wondering that when I got to this part, because like at no point did the kids work at the juice bar in the TV show. I'm like, why is she behind the counter? But maybe it's just for framing. I don't know.
Maybe she
All
went
the
back
places
there to
put her
grab
behind the
herself a
counter.
drink. Maybe she was tired of waiting.
She's like, Ernie, please. I can only wait so long.
Also, I like that the sign looks like it reads "Juice Ban."
There's a ban on juice.
Yeah, this show was set during the Prohibition era.
The Juice Prohibition.
So those
That's
two,
why certain elements of it are so dated.
those two lovely gentlemen on the left-hand side are my boys, Bulk and Skull.
Yeah. I figured.
I don't know
Who's
why.
the guy on the right-hand side?
The very far. That's Ernie. He's the owner of the bar.
Okay.
He's
the
very
leader of the bunch.
yeah. He's a very large man. They had to hide him behind the counter. They didn't,
No, the orange gentleman in the yellow vest who's.
What if this game just opened with the Power Ranger rap?
wait, the Power Ranger rap?
Yeah, there's 5 of them. Just introduce them like DK and friends.
Yeah.
If one of you wants to sing that song, go for it.
He's the
If one of
leader
our
the
lovely
bunch.
fans wants to
You
sing
know
that
him
song.
well.
Yeah, submit it and send it to Gear.
I don't remember his name.
Send it to customer service at gearcheckgames.com.
Now we have to watch them
exists.
drive home in the opposite direction.
Angel Grove and the Juice Bar are miles apart.
Oh no, Rita's still out there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Is that the equivalent of not getting all the Chaos Emeralds? Where Robotnik is taunting you?
You didn't beat it on hard.
I don't know. There is no hard mode in this game. There's just a single mode.
I love it when these old games try to be classy and say Finn.
Yeah.
Feed.
Feed.
So one of those codes is the code to like start the game with like a whole bunch of lives. And the one of them is to play 2-player mode during
Wait.
the kaiju fights.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, wait, you have to put in a code to do 2-player?
I would love it if you could just play 2-player in the beat 'em up sections. But no, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test it out because I didn't actually know what the code did. So I was like, all right, I'll do it. I'll bite.
Nice little science experiment here.
Yeah.
What if you could just like press start on the player 2 controller during the actual fighting game part of the game?
Yeah,
and,
just get a whole
take
nother, like,
control of
health
the
bar.
boss.
That would be rad. Now you get 2 mechs. So I thought it was just gonna be this fight again. But then he just kind of stood there. I'm like,
No,
is he...
he's not doing enough.
Yeah, I was like, what's he doing? But I left it in because I was like testing it out, so I didn't want to lose the footage. So it's just me massacring this guy.
Buddy, you good?
I wish there was a code that you could put in to play 2-player for the final boss battle in MGS4, so me and my friends could live out our fantasies of playing as 2 old farts beating the snot out of each other.
Classic
Spoilers,
final boss
by
that.
the way.
Yes. That's the true final boss is 2-player mode. I hope you guys enjoyed. What are your thoughts on this Power Rangers game?
I'm very conflicted about Zach's sprite,
Yeah.
but other than that, fun
I don't,
game.
Nick. I don't think the word is conflicted. More in the more in the realm of appalled, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I liked the pink one.
My 2 cents is it's not as robust and as like reactive as Turtles in Time was. It's definitely a licensed game. It could have been longer. Like it was a very abrupt game. And I kind of liked where they were going with the kaiju battles. Like it was like very fighting game-esque. And they felt like puzzle battles, and I liked that. But there was only 2 of them, so that's all you get.
They felt like puzzle battles that you had to really think about. Says Trey, who just minutes ago said, "Yeah, you just have to mash buttons and pray that you win."
Well, part of it is like that, but then like there were points during the Cyclops' fight where I was like, "All right, I just need to watch him. Don't watch my sprite. I'm gonna work around him." Like,
yeah, I mean, overall, it seems like a decent game. Like it's certainly playable, and if you're a fan of the show, you could. Especially at the time, you could have some fun with it.
Oh, yeah.
And I think with a little more, like, time and development, they could have made this into something a little more refined. But, I don't know, it just seems like a very simple game. And not in, like, not in a terrible way, but not in a great way either.
Yeah, it's just kind of, like, it checks the boxes of, oh, yeah, we got the Power Rangers game out on time.
Yeah, it feels kind of like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I guess maybe that's not fair. I guess the like you said, the mech fights or the kaiju fights had kind of some untapped potential there.
Yeah. Speaking of polish and a little more time in the oven, there is a follow-up game to this that's based on the Power Rangers 90s movie, and it has more polish in it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's more akin to like a Turtles in Time type of game. Like there's 2-player mode. There's more like you can have, like I said, 2 players. You can have better kaiju battles. Like the sprites are better, music's better. Like maybe this time next year I'll pull that one up and we can play it.
Yeah, maybe
that's a good game. That is a legit fun game.
Yeah.
I wish they gave you some more cool moves to do in the mech though, like press a button to launch a rocket fist at your enemy. Sorry, Ranger Yellow, you're gonna have to take one for the team. But at least you went out looking cool.
I would love if that happened. And like, since Ranger Yellow is one of the legs, the Megazord just hopping around on one foot.
Yeah, you just a rocket foot attack.
He like turns into like a cyclone. He just starts spinning.
Yellow Ranger was in the hand, right?
Oops.
You got to do the rest of the fight doing like the crane, the Karate Kid crane move.
Yeah.
Doing the Black Knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. You just like you lose your limbs slowly.
Get back here, Goldar! I'll bite your ankles off.
What are you gonna do? Bleed on me?
Oh, Rita, he doesn't have any arms. What do I do?
God, if we start quoting Monty Python, we're going to be here all day. Probably better wrap this up.
I'll take my bad Goldar impressions and go home.
Alright, well, until next time, remember, blocking is for the straights. See ya.
What?
Bye.